It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Wychwood Brewery and it's a can of their King Star crafted lager coming in at 5.6% ABV. I was down my local Morrison's supermarket, new range of craft beer. This was here, I thought I'd pick it up and give it a review. Let's get the can out into a glass, see what we get. I've had a little look at the can around the sides just to see what hop varieties and what malts have been put in the beer, but there's not too much information. What I have worked out by the can is that it's actually brewed at Marston's PLC. Good of them to be honest about that. There was a big hurrah back last year regarding Sharp's Doombar. It was brewed, it says it's brewed in Rock in Cornwall, but some of it's brewed in Burton-on-Trent. At least Marston's say on the can that it's brewed at Marston's under the Wychwood name. Okay, so what do we have in the glass? We have a lovely coloured ale, nice levels of carbonation moving up the glass. It's a one finger white head. It looks really decent, to be honest. It looks like a really good quaffable lager. Nice little bit of lacing up the glass, nice levels of carbonation, a very clear golden coloured ale. Let's get the aroma. It smells very nicely hoppy, to be honest. Nice bit of spice, nice bit of grapefruit. It smells really decent. Let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad at all. What I enjoy about this beer is the malt character. It's got a really good malt build. It's very close to being an ale. Nice biscuity malts in there. Little bit of tinniness from the can. It happens. Nicely carbonated beer. Nice bitter back end. It has got a spicy yet grapefruity finish. So there are American hops. I'm pretty sure there probably are American hops in this beer. I'm just wondering why they chose not to write them on the can. If you're going to use an expensive hop, blast it on the can. Tell people what it is. Saying that, it could be, pardon me, it could be some German variety of hop. Some kind of Pilsner hop, maybe. Saaz, or I'm going to move. It might be Saaz, but I'm going to move back. I'm going to stick with my original guess of this being an American hop, even if it's being used just to give a hint of grapefruit and a hint of spice. But we never know because there's no hop name on the can. So, another thing, they've chose to go right down the middle here in terms of naming this can. There's a lot of things you can pick up from this can. Just gotta have a little read. They've used the words crafted lager. Now I think the reason why they've done that is there's some people who are very much for craft beer and they enjoy using the word and they enjoy drinking the beer, and they, you know, it's not a word that's going to cause them any confusion. But then there's some out there, maybe your camera-ish real ale drinkers, who, especially the older generation of camera, who are slightly upset by the word craft beer and they refuse to acknowledge it. Just the other week, one of the heads of camera was on the BBC saying craft beer doesn't exist. So I think instead of kind of being on one side of the argument. They've kind of sat on the fence with this one, and they've thought to themselves, we'll call it crafted lager. So instead of calling it kind of craft beer, which I think is probably, for these guys selling their beer, probably the right thing to do for them. What do I think about this beer then? I spoke earlier on about the beer almost being an ale in terms of that lovely malty character in the beer. But essentially a lager is generally referred to as a refreshing brew. This hangs on to being a refreshing beer, and that's why I'm gonna stick with the term lager. I'm not gonna say it's too much like an ale, because it's really, really refreshing, and that's generally what lagers do. They refresh. They're nicely carbonated, especially the German pilsners. There's some spice in there. There's some lemon. And I'm going to be honest, I'm really unsure. I'm not one for looking on the internet trying to find out hop varieties and what's in the beer. I generally go into the review and let you guys comment and discuss what maybe is in this beer in terms of hop variety. I'm undecided now. I've been drinking this beer and I am quite undecided on what hop is actually in the beer. At first I thought American hop, then I was thinking German hop, then I went back to American, and now towards the end I'm going back to German hop. I don't know. But we'll never know because it's not on the can. But it might be, you might be able to find the recipe somewhere, or somewhere on Rate Beer or somewhere. And yeah, please comment on this video. So, rating for this beer then, Wychwood Kingstar Crafted Lager, 5.6% ABV. It was 3 items for £6. Sorry, 4 items for £6 in Morrison's. That works out at £1.50 a beer. So this can was £1.50 for a 5.6% ABV beer. Was it worth it? Yes, absolutely. I will be buying more of these in the future for barbecues and whatever. It's just a good way to pick up some cheap beer if you're a little bit short on funds. So, rating. I'm quite impressed with this. Price versus quality. I think it deserves a 7 out of 10. It's a 7 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please comment, please subscribe, please give me a big fat thumbs up, and cheers.